Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, we are good to go. I'm still working on sharing this thing out.
Okay. So tonight, uh, this is kind of a rare event. We're coming live to you, and we're going to review the show that just happened. Am I muted?
Yeah, first time ever reviewing immediately after a show.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Let's see here. Listening through
Hello.
these. Huh?
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing popped up said I was muted,
Okay.
but yeah. So Wrestlepalooza, 2025. Not very popular, or not very fond of the name, but you know. Um,
You know where the name originally came from?
yeah, from I think it's ECW.
No, it actually came from an episode of Married with Children.
Really?
It I don't know if you remember this, but there were two episodes where King Kong Bundy had a guest spot on there. And the first one, he was actually a member of the family, appropriately enough. And the second episode, he was actually on as himself, as King Kong Bundy. And there was a match between him and Bud Bundy at this event, whatever event that they were doing, and it was called Wrestlepalooza. So Paul Heyman basically stole that name for his event.
Okay.
So I thought that was a pretty cool little tidbit there.
It was. So while he's sharing this out, this was the first PLE for ESPN. Um, a lot of people are not happy about the switch. I'm one of those. Um, Jeremy's having to go through, jump through hoops to get it. Won't discuss what he's doing, but you know, he got it. I'm not sure about Chris. I expect viewership to be down compared to others. It's going to be interesting to see the numbers, if they're true numbers too.
Yeah, it would not surprise me at all if viewerships are down. And if they were, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't really announce it, but I'm sure that somebody else will.
Right. The only reason I have it, and it dawned on me last night when we were talking about it, texting back and forth. I was like, I may have ESPN, and we do have ESPN service, but you know, I'm not the one paying for the service, so we'll just leave it at that. But it is being paid for, so it's not being stolen. But and I got home today from work, and I pulled up my Xbox up, and I was like, I do have ESPN.
Yeah.
And I can watch it, so I actually got to watch it.
Well, I can honestly say that I paid for this one too. Just won't say how.
He sold a kidney.
Yeah, during the pre-show, there was this guy out there. I sold a kidney to be.
I saw another sign during the event said I sold my house to pay for these seats.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that was at early on. Um, but yeah, as far as a pay per view, it was decent, or PLE, it was decent. Um,
It was okay as a whole. I wasn't overly. There were some matches that I was looking forward to, um, but the event as a whole, I don't think was quite as good as what the last few have been.
right. Um, it seems like certain things become Certain things were kind of rushed a little bit, storyline wise. Uh,
Like maybe they had to change on the fly.
yeah, well,
I got that with two of the matches.
with the women's title match, one they had to change that up, and then I guess the Cena Brock thing.
About the finish of the matches.
Oh, you're talking about the finishes.
Yeah, I was talking about the finish. There were two of them to me that felt like they kind of rushed through.
Definitely,
It's
definitely the Usos in the Vision.
maybe the main event.
You think they kind of rushed that one?
Yeah, well, the whole match I wasn't really
I
invested
wasn't.
in.
Yeah, I wasn't invested in it. I expected a title change. I didn't, but I did. I didn't when we first started talking about the match, and I was like, all right, Cody's not going to lose the title. But then during the match, he's falling down and holding his head, and they're kind of talking about that, him not being quite right. Something's wrong with him. I was like, well, they're fixing to change titles.
Yeah, and I had, and you were bringing that up to me, and I reminded you about that Claymore Drew had given him through the bottom of the announce table, which put him out for a couple weeks.
Right, and that's kind of what I expected. Are they going to blame this? He's not. He's going to lose, but there's going to be an asterisk by it. He's injured, concussion, blah blah blah. But I mean, I know we're kind of going backwards here.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's get on in the first match.
Joe, what's up, man?
John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Well, first of all, my video feed was really, really bad. Um, Pixelated. It was not very often that I actually had
Good
good
quality.
high def. I
No,
sent you a picture of what I was looking at. Did you see
uh,
that?
I did not.
It was doing. It was when. Which one was it? It was when CM Punk and AJ Lee came out
Is it on the marks or the other one?
to the Universal chat.
Okay, got it. Okay. No,
But that's what I was seeing half the time.
I see it here. I was waiting.
That
Good
is
Lord,
Joe.
that's like some 8-bit shit.
But yeah, that's what I was seeing half the time. And I even rebooted the computer thinking maybe it was on the computer side. It was still the same way.
I think it's the uh, internet provider on that.
Oh no, but this is the first PLE where I've had that throughout the whole show.
Right. Um, I've experienced some of that before when I was on AT&T, um, and we swapped to another Max South, and man, it's difference of night and day. Of course, my Xbox that I watched on was in our den, and I've got it wired in with a Cat 5 cable, so it was freaking smooth.
Yeah.
And the camera work was really good in several of the matches. Um, it was crystal clear on my side.
Their production has been top notch.
Yeah, there's a couple times when they swap cameras, and a couple different times in matches where I was like, "Why did you swap it?" But we won't get into
Yeah, I can. I yeah,
that.
I can understand that. One of the camera changes that I really did not like. It wasn't on this event, but it was at Royal Rumble a couple years ago. when Chad Gable and Xavier Woods were in there, and they were doing amateur wrestling. Camera was on it for a while, and then when it started to really get good, they switched over to somebody else. Like, no, I want to watch these guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, so going to John Cena and Brock Lesnar, I actually thought John would be coming out first.
I did too. I really thought that he was going to win, and they were going to move on to something else with his last little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
he came out with some 20 kids.
yeah,
um, it was during that particular moment where it got extremely. It was like I was watching something on NES. It was that bad.
yeah. It was pretty rough.
So, but yeah, he came out with some 20 kids, and then all of a sudden, the match it just from beginning to end was very reminiscent of their SummerSlam match in 2014.
Well, I don't remember that. There was a point in time when I was not watching wrestling. I didn't watch Cena in his heyday.
That was the match where Suplex City really took off. He had given John like 16 German suplexes in that match. They actually, during the countdown, they actually did a by the numbers thing. It was 16 German suplexes, two F5s, like 60 some strikes. He just obliterated John that night, and he more or less did the same thing tonight.
Yeah, I think I counted 7 F5s in a row. 6 was in the match, and another one was after the match was over.
He gave him a bunch of them.
Yeah, it was the match itself was it was horrible. I didn't enjoy that match at all. I guess the best part of it was him coming out with all the kids and all.
Yeah, after the match, they showed two kids that were crying.
I saw that.
Like they were really affected by that, and that just shows you, even after 25 years, the effect John Cena has on kids. Just a month after he turned back into a good guy.
Yeah, and you leave it up to the parents to explain to them when they're young and understand the difference between this is a show. He's fine. He just didn't win.
Well, even though this is a show, you still get very emotionally invested into these
Oh
things.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I was emotionally invested in a couple of the matches.
Yeah,
Um,
I was looking forward to John and Brock. Now I understand because they were. This was going to be the main event. Now I understand why it's not.
yeah, it would have been a. It would have reminded me of, and it put a lot of reminded me of Big Papa Pump and Triple H when they signed him over there and they started a feud with Triple H, and he could not talk about Steiner. He could not freaking move anymore,
Yeah.
and it was just like belly to belly suplexes over and over and over, and it was like, and that was a main event, and it was shit.
Also, this wasn't at the Royal Rumble then.
I don't remember. No, it was that they had actually.
At the Rumble, right before the Rumble match. Uh,
I want to say it was the last match on the card.
okay, so that's probably a different event. It,
Um,
that time, I wasn't watching wrestling at all
I'm
because
not sure when it. Yeah, I'm not sure when it was, what event it was, but I just remember it's like, good lord, this is a horrible
would have
match.
been around.
Freaking booing.
I want to say it would have been around '03
Let me look it up right quick.
because Steiner only came in for just a couple of years. He was
Yeah,
around a very long time. Um, but yeah, there were a few people saying that this could be a very uncomfortable match based on when they fought back in 2014, which itself was also an uncomfortable match. But I didn't realize that they would basically have the same kind of match. Um, and I know you were saying earlier that this is not over between those two. So it's kind of making me wonder if maybe Brock will be his last match at Saturday Night's main event in December, and John goes over on that one.
could be. It's always been, your last match is a loss, but they changed it up with Sting whenever he retired.
Right.
So I could see them doing it with
Oh,
Sting.
Undertaker went over in his last match too.
Yeah. Um,
So
it was a totally different type match though. Um,
yeah, so somebody like John, I would have no issue with him going out on top because somebody at that level, I think, deserves it.
yeah, I do too.
So
But all in all, that match I give it. I mean, it's a 1 star. It was pretty bad.
yeah, what
It didn't
Triple
really
H
have
said
anything.
that this match was what it needed to be because he said the same thing about Cody and John at WrestleMania. How everybody was saying how bad of a match it was. And then I said something along the lines maybe it was meant to be that way because of John wanting to ruin wrestling.
Yeah,
And then on Unreal, I finally watched all the episodes of Unreal, and Triple H said that that match was what it needed to be. So they they must have done it that way by design, knowing what they were going to be doing later.
right.
Um,
You still put a little more into it without it being a letdown. I didn't mind the Cody and Cena match, the first one. I thought it was decent. I didn't like the outcome, but I understood the outcome. Um,
I
I don't know.
I had a very hard time getting into that one, and then once Travis Scott came, it just completely lost me. Like he wasn't a good match to begin with. He ruined it.
Well, that too, and you bring The Rock in there to do this whole selling of the soul thing, and then he just freaking disappears right after. You it just I didn't like that either.
Yeah, it's like there was no payoff on. Well, I
Right,
guess technically there was a payoff, John turning heel, but it was like
but
there knew there had to
then
be something more to it.
match two.
Match two, the Usos and Division, and the Usos came out through the crowd. Um, this is where things got hairy for me because I was having the bad connection with Buckburn and all that. So I didn't really get to see all of that. I booted the computer and then I had to kind of like fast forward to try to get to where you were at.
It
Uh,
was it was a pretty decent match. Look at the card, and
yeah, the match itself was pretty good.
I'll say it's probably the third match of the night. Um, I will put CM Punk in
yeah,
the next tag match over that. But it's still a good match. It's a close third.
John
Um,
Brock at the bottom.
oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
This one here, Sec. Oh, oh.
What?
Yeah, I've got the post show over here. Now they're doing a stare down between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Really?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why. 3 weeks they're doing Crown Jewel. So, and last year they did champion versus champion. So
Right.
that's probably what they're going to do there. Let's see.
Ooh, that'll be a good match for the females. We'll,
Oh,
we'll get into that in a minute.
good matches.
Huh?
They've always had good matches. Okay, here we go. Yep, it's been announced now. Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel.
So the Usos match was pretty decent. You had LA Knight as a special referee.
That was fun.
Um, I like the whole thing where I think it was Bronson had grabbed the chair and was going to hit one of the Usos with it, and LA Knight was sitting there looking at him, and he put the chair down, and then next thing you know, Usos got it, and LA Knight just like looks at him and just turns his back.
Yeah, I laughed really hard at that one because that is typical LA Knight. And he even said during the pre-show when it was announced that he was going to be the referee that he doesn't care what they do. He's just going to let them beat each other up. All he's going to do is count 1, 2, 3.
And it pretty much what he did. They brought tables into the match. There were finishers, and it was like people jumping off top ropes, hitting people, and in the ring towards the end. It was kind of a very coordinated set of moves set there that worked really well. Uh, and I don't know if they ended it if they ended faster than what they wanted to. Um, because all right, I went back and looked at it after we talked about the issue. So Jay was busted open during the very end of the match, and there was blood all over Bronson Reed, all over his chest and everything else, and like, what's going on?
Here they just showed 7 F5s to John Cena tonight. Brock is 5-2 against John. Oh, and we should mention that after the match, Brock came in and gave the F5 to the referee.
Uh-huh.
And then he
And,
did it to Corey Graves last night.
right. So that's why I say it's not over between them.
Yeah.
But with Jay, he was busted open during the match towards the end of it. And, Sojo's going to rewind it back and see what had happened. Well, the point time where he jumped out and they said something about almost hitting the announce table or steps or something. I never saw him hit any steps. And so he's out and he's standing up talking to the referee. And you can clearly see there's no markings on his head. He's fine. Then he goes in and then he's got the chair and he almost hits LA Knight with it at that point in time, if you remember that part.
Yep, I do remember that
And
part.
he turned around and he hit Breaker, I think, hit him in the gut with it, and he bends over and then he goes and hits him, and then all of a sudden he starts backing up and he's like doing this, and then you see all the blood all over his hands, all over his head. I'm thinking that chair shot ricocheted off and hit him in the head.
So when I said that, see, I thought I heard him say stairs. So maybe he actually said chair, and I just misheard him.
Maybe, but I mean, it was pouring. He was pouring blood, and they wound up, of course, uh, knocking him into the table, both of them, and wound up pinning Jay.
Now Triple H is coming out to do his normal thing. So, and I've got the subtitles on too, so I'm curious to see what he's going to say. Um, it's not surprising that Division One, but I was really surprised to see that there was no dissension between Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, see, I hadn't been able to watch the regular shows here lately over the past couple weeks.
The last couple weeks, there has been an attitude change in Jay, where he was saying that um, sounding like himself was not working because Jimmy had mentioned that you're sounding like Roman back in the day. He was sounding like Roman when he was in this um, My Way or the Highway thing.
Well, it may be something they're leading up to later on down the road. Um, but all in all, it was a decent match. Waiting, I'll probably look at updates tomorrow on Jay and see what they're saying about how many stitches he got because I'm pretty sure he got some.
Yeah, it was definitely a good match. Um, what surprised me, usually when Bronson Reed does his tsunami splash, the opponent is real close to the corner. Um, Jimmy, was it Jimmy he pinned?
No,
Yeah,
he pinned Jay. Jimmy was in the table still because even after when he got when we were getting ready for the pin, the top part of the table just kind of fell down on top of him.
okay. So when he pinned Jay, when he splashed down on Jay, he was halfway across the ring.
And he landed too. I mean, he landed good.
He did. But that was the furthest I had seen him jump. So I thought that was really something that he was able to go that far.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a good move. I mean, it looked really good.
Yeah.
Um, but it's interesting to see where they go from here on that. I think I picked Cena on the first match, which I lost that one. Then I wanted to
That's
say that I
the
picked
only prediction that we got wrong. We got all the other matches.
all the other matches. Okay. Um, so
Where
yeah, rare. Um,
I think that might actually be the first time that we agreed on every match.
everything.
Yeah. The only difference was is that you thought there was going to be interference in the USO match, and I thought Jay was going to turn heel.
Right.
Yet there was nothing to indicate that there was an issue between those two, even though there have been issues the last couple of weeks. So I don't get that.
Like I said, maybe they're building up for long term.
You know, well, the thing is, they did this before, and then they had that match, and that match was a real stinker.
You're talking about between the two of them?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the brother versus brother was a horrible match.
it was.
God, it was a horrible match.
Too many super kicks.
Oh yeah, there was like 20, 30 super kicks in there, just back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth, back and forth.
But that was with Jimmy being the heel. Now, if Jay turns heel, then that could be different.
I don't even know if they're gonna turn him heel. I mean, he's way over,
I know,
way over.
but look at the all the other people who have turned heel. Look at John.
Who?
Look
John?
at John Cena. That was a huge risk. Ultimately, it didn't pan out, but
Well,
because
it did its job for the time. Um,
it did, but
and swapping everything back around.
when they were leading up to John and Cody too, people were starting to turn on Cody. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too late. We already saw you. Um, but no, I do think that at some point they will eventually turn Jay heel. Um, I
Continue
know he's super
talking for a
popular.
second.
Huh?
Just continue talking for a second.
Okay. So I know that Jay is super popular, but eventually it's going to get to where the same with Cody. Fans are going to start getting tired of him, um, because this can only go on for so long.
Well, and it's the same thing with Cody. Eventually, it's going to get the Hulk Hogan syndrome, where you're tired of seeing the same thing over and over. Now, granted, they got a lot different move set now that they can play around with ways to end. But I mean, back in the day, Hogan's thing was the same ending every time. I was like, my God, I'm getting tired of this. Too predictable.
Right. And even Cody has said that he will probably end up turning heel, and that it might be within the next year or two.
What if it comes back heel as Stardust?
Huh?
What if he comes back as Stardust? He turns heel and he comes back to Stardust.
You know, when when he
But
won,
not extreme to it.
no, when he won the undisputed title, and at the time it was still being recognized as two championships, I really wanted him to have one of those mental breakdowns where, as Cody Rhodes, he's the WWE champion, and as Stardust, he's the Universal champion.
Kind of like a Mick Foley, Cactus Jack kind
Right.
of scenario.
But splitting a title like that has never been done before, and that would have been the perfect opportunity. But I get it. Cody has been super over for some time. Um, and now that he had, well, jumping ahead here. Um, no, I do think that eventually, at some point, they will turn Jay heel. It may not be right away, but they've already got the little inner workings in it.
Right.
Because he speared LA Knight 2 weeks ago, and then Knight got his revenge last week during the BFT.
Okay.
So I think we will see those two clash, and it might even be as early as Crown Jewel. Or
You
not,
think they're turning heel or just fighting each other?
just fighting each other.
Okay. Yeah, I can possibly see that. That would be good. Um,
Um, so we'll see, and I know that they have been working on putting the Usos back together. So I don't know.
I did get to watch SmackDown last night. Yesterday at work was a very, very long day. Uh, I, I did get to finish, but as soon as it was over, I went to bed.
Yeah.
Um, won't go into details about everything. We just had a lot of calls yesterday.
Ah,
Seemed like we couldn't get anything done.
that's kind of surprising because you don't live in a big town.
It just it's something in the air because it's quiet. I use the keyword. Damn it, I gotta work tomorrow. But it's been relatively slow at the department as far as call volume for a little bit now. But it seems like the past 3 weeks it is amped up like crazy. It's like we're having shifts where you get 2 or 3 or 4 calls during the whole shift. It's been and that's been the way it's been for the past 2 weeks. Definitely. Yeah. We had one, two, three, technically four if you go at it.
Are
And three of them,
leaves
three
turning down there yet?
do what?
Are your leaves turning down there yet?
A little bit, but it's not cold. I mean, it's hot. It's hot here,
Okay,
so it's
well,
not.
it was hot today, but our leaves have already started to turn, and I mowed the yard today, and my backyard was just full of it.
Yeah, ours is starting to turn a little bit. We're getting a little bit of leaf dropping, but at some point in time, I got to get my pool closed before it really starts falling. Before I've got leaves all in my thank you, leaves all in my swimming pool.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, even today, I was off today, and they had 2 or 3 calls today.
Wow. Okay.
But anyway, back to wrestling.
So I don't know where they're going to go with the vision now. Um, I am curious to see if there's going to be some sort of association between the Vision and Brock Lesnar. Okay, we forgot to mention that Paul Heyman did the introduction for Brock tonight. Um, that was that was really cool.
That was my holy shit when I text, and you were like, "I'm 2 minutes behind you." I was
Yeah,
like,
I
"Well, then I'll shut up."
and I knew I was behind. I thought, holy cow, I'm going to have to reboot the computer. Okay, Big E's doing his 5 count now. So Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed. Yeah. Did you notice the high five that Brock and Paul had?
Mm-mm.
It was as soon as he came up on the ring apron, they high fived each other, and Paul was like, "Ah, that hurt my hand."
Well, there was a thing. I think it was SmackDown last night to where they were backstage and
Yeah,
Heyman and them talked, and Heyman walked off.
yeah. Brock said we should talk. Okay,
Mm.
Stephanie back here is one of the big five. So it's Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed, Stephanie back here, AJ Lee. Probably end up being Cody.
You talking about the interviews?
No, it's at the usually at the end of the post show. Big E does the 5 count. His five wrestlers of the night.
Without a doubt, Io Sky and
It's
Stephanie.
Brock, Bronson, Stephanie, AJ, and Cody. That that's for him. So basically, one person from each match tonight is who he chose.
Mm.
So, all right. Um,
You
Step
want to skip?
back here for Zio Sky.
You want to skip that match and do it at the end?
Huh?
You want to skip that match and do it at the end? Or you want to just go ahead and do it?
Skip that match with AJ?
Mm-mm. Skip the Valkyrie and Io match and do it at the very end of the show.
Oh, you want to do that match last?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that.
Just because of the way that match was. It was like, that's the highlight of the night to me.
That was actually number 2 for me.
What?
Yeah.
So I guess your number one was Punk and AJ and
That was my number 1. Um, so first of all, let's talk about the entrance for Seth and Becky. Did you did you catch
Coming,
that? Yeah,
coming down.
coming down from this pedestal, which makes
That's like
sense.
which what
It makes perfect sense that they put themselves on a very high pedestal and they have
metaphorically. I get
down.
it.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought it made perfect sense for them.
they had matching gear and they looked like freaking aliens. Look like an alien gear on, like they just come from a UFO somewhere.
They no, somebody actually made a post during the match that their outfit reminded them of the purple Pop Tarts with the different swirls on it.
Oh, the wildberry Pop Tarts. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I guess it was purple Pop Tarts with
Mm-hmm.
like I want to say blue and red swirls on it.
Mm-hmm. Wildberry. They're good. They're
It,
damn
it
good.
reminded them of, and even showed a side by side on that. That's pretty cool.
They look like when I saw them, in the ring with their, I guess their entrance gear. I was like, it looked like some kind of stuff off of Doctor Who from the '80s.
I can see that, but it was pretty cool that they color coordinated.
Yeah,
I
I liked it.
like that.
It just looked. It didn't way out there like some of the stuff I've seen them wear. I will say that.
Yeah. Um, CM Punk comes out in a jacket that says AJ's husband.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he comes out jacket AJ, and you can tell by looking at his face how happy he is seeing her
Hmm.
in the ring. Even when she first came back that first night, you can just tell that is a proud husband right there. Um, and I don't know if he caught this, but he was laying outside, and it was AJ and Becky in the ring. I think Seth might have been in the ring too, but knocked out. And fans are doing that, um, that clap, 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 clap. As the camera is panning back, you see CM Punk laying on the thing, doing the same thing with the fans while he's supposed to be knocked out.
That's funny.
It was funny. I think I mentioned it in the chat.
Hmm.
Um,
I didn't actually see that little section.
it happened so quick. I just happened to be looking right at it.
You know,
This is awesome.
he's having fun.
As they were chanting, "This is awesome," and they were doing that.
He's having fun. You know, he's
He's
having a good time.
yeah, he's been having fun since he's come back, especially on the live events.
Hmm.
But
So, and I think today's wrestling is much different than it was back, old school in the '80s, and where it's like everybody knows now and they don't even try to hide the fact that it's fake. It's not real.
right,
As far as well, in that sense, it's entertainment. It's scripted, and it's we're just trying to figure out where they're going mindset wise for the script.
yeah.
So
And even though you still know it, it's like today people are more invested in it than they were then.
yeah, I mean, people will tell me, that stuff's fake. And they're like, no, it's not fake. It's real entertainment.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion before. It's real entertainment. It's no different than watching a TV show or a freaking movie.
Uh, it's funny that you said that because I actually had to look it up. Up until very, very recently, I never knew what the letters ESPN stood for, and it
Yeah.
stands for Entertainment and Sports Programming Network.
Okay. I never even thought about it.
Yeah, so entertainment and sports. So right there, that's WWE.
Yeah.
Technically, they should have been on ESPN 40 years ago, but it never happened. Uh, but going back to WWF, they were the personification of what ESPN needed, but it just took this long for them to get it.
And I wonder how long it'll last. I don't think. I'll be honest. If the PLE start losing viewership, I no doubt they're probably making money. You know, they're making money.
Yeah, but they're not going to make as much.
Right. So I'm hoping that there's something in their contract that's like, viewership drops off, we get out of contract, renegotiate, whatever. Um,
Well, see that's where it can hurt WWE because they rushed getting out of Peacock and going to ESPN.
and
They
it's just
rushed
a bigger,
This wasn't supposed to happen until WrestleMania next year.
oh, it's a big money deal. It's like,
I
well,
know,
I can see it.
but they rushed it to break out of the contract from Peacock 6 months ahead of time,
Hmm.
however 7 months or however long it is.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out over the next few months.
Yeah, it's. I just know that a lot of fans are very unhappy about the whole situation, which
I
they have
wonder,
a right to be.
I wonder why they chose to go to a streaming network instead of just keeping it as a WWE network.
Because in, they switched over to streaming in 2014. I think
Hmm.
it was 2014, and at that time, streaming was becoming the big thing, and Vince wanted to get ahead of the curve, which ended up being a very, very smart decision, a very good decision.
Yeah, they went from paying doing pay per views to paying a monthly subscription, and you get to watch all of it,
Yeah.
and then some, because you got all the other stuff on there.
Um,
And
so
I'm sure they went with a Netflix for Peacock, over the and shut down the network because of getting a lot of money.
actually, the WWE network itself is still up in some countries. In some countries, I don't know which ones, but we still get it in some countries. Now, most countries are getting the PLEs through Netflix, except for um, America.
Yep, which I
But,
think is bullshit.
and this is another thing I want to kind of touch up on because I didn't think of it this way until somebody brought it up a couple weeks ago. That is almost like the WWE is punishing its American fans because internationally they get everything on Netflix. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and all the PLEs. In America, all the WWE PLEs are on ESPN now. NXT PLEs are on Peacock, along with Saturday Night's Main Event.
Hmm.
Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. SmackDown is on USA, and NXT is on CW. So if you want to get all of those, you have to subscribe to every single one of those things, all a different payment.
Hmm. It's
Unless,
very frustrating when you want to watch the continued storylines of everything, and you're having to go here, go there, go there. It's
right.
annoying as hell.
Whereas international, they only have to pay one fee and they get everything.
Yeah,
So this guy said that it's almost like WWE is punishing us, and I can see it from that angle.
I can.
And when you listen to the crowds, the international crowds are loud and they take over the show.
Yeah,
It took 2 years of them singing Randy Orton's song before a crowd here in America did the same thing.
right. When
Uh,
they're in a foreign country, whether it be in the UK or what was it when they went to, was it Ireland? It's been a while, but man, that crowd was insane.
oh, France.
Yeah, I mean they were jumping. They were jumping so hard and staying. The camera was bouncing.
Yep, that was France.
Uh,
That, that,
they were so
night,
loud,
that was that same night that Jay had the Fireflies yeeting.
and they were so loud they were drowning out the songs.
Yep.
You know, that's loud.
Yeah. And it surprises me that France and England did not get a WrestleMania, but yet Saudi is.
That's money talking there.
I
I'm
know.
not happy about that WrestleMania thing. No.
Yeah, a lot of people. Well, um, that that guy that Triple H had from Saudi when he did the announcement for it,
Yeah,
they featured him on the UFC event that night, and they booed the crap out of him.
it,
And people were chanting out "You sold out" at the UFC event.
they were saying some of that. Where were they at? They were having, and I don't think it was a press conference. It was somewhere where they were saying you sold out.
You know, they were doing it in the chat during that press conference.
Yeah,
Um, I'm curious to see if they actually follow through with this, considering it's still another 2 years from now, or year and a half from now.
many things can happen in this world. So
Right.
it's like, okay, we're not going over there. I mean, if war breaks out over there, yeah,
Look how quick they
big
announced
war.
New Orleans for WrestleMania 42, and then a couple months later, no, we're going to go to Vegas.
Hmm.
Look how quick they did that one. That one ruffled some feathers too, because somebody had it posted. The way that it was supposed to be was next year was going to be New Orleans. The following year, 27 was going to be in Minneapolis, and then 28 was going to be Indianapolis. That was supposedly the original um, lineup for the next three WrestleManias, and now it's um, back in Vegas, Saudi, and who knows where 2028 it'll be. Maybe it'll still be in Indy. I don't know, but
Just have to wait and see. The Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and AJ Lee and Becky Lynch match was very entertaining. Uh, it went back and forth. Um, I thought it was a very good match. I'm still going with It is number two on my list.
It was kind of a slow start because it was just Seth and Punk in the ring for the longest time.
Yeah,
And as soon as Punk tagged in AJ, the crowd exploded. Um, and AJ exploded.
yeah.
I guess that's the best
Um,
way to say it about her.
did you see the little bitty botch between Seth and Punk when Punk was trying to put him in the
Sharpshooter?
sharpshooter?
Oh, where he had the legs going wrong?
Yeah, and Seth fixed the legs for him.
I did notice that, but it was not as notable as when AJ was trying to put Becky in that Black Widow the first time.
Hmm.
Because she jumped up and spun around her, and it was like she kind of spun around too quick and overdid it. Um, and then the second time she attempted it, she got it.
Yeah, there was timing was off on a couple little move sets, nothing major. Um,
Considering that she hadn't been in the ring in 10 years.
right,
She,
and you got a lot of working parts when you got four people in there, two males, two females, and they're all kind of working the move set together. So I mean,
yeah.
but it's still a really good match.
Yeah, she
Had
really, really good for as long as she had been out. Because she had not had a match at all. Um, the closest thing that she did was when her and Punk were training with each other while um, training for the Heels TV show. So, but yeah, I thought she did very, very well. Um, far as making any mistakes, the one where she overshot trying to put the Black Widow on Becky was the only one that I noticed from her.
yeah, yeah, she did really well. All of them did very well. Seth had a red mark on his left side. I did notice like a round spot. I don't know where it had come from.
I did
Probably probably one of the table shots he took because they destroyed them tables outside.
that to me that was the highlight of the match when Becky threw AJ into Punk. That was highlight right there. That was actually the moment that put that match up on top for me. Uh, and this match went 30 minutes.
It was long. It's the longest one on the card, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
29:18.
yeah, so it went for a half hour and I thought this is really good.
Easily the longest match.
Oh yeah.
Next was in 17, and then seven or well, next one was 2011.
Normally the main event is supposed to be the longest match, but not tonight.
I mean, you have four people like that are in that in a big storyline too that are just so much happening,
Right.
to build up that excitement, especially keeping AJ out of the match legally for quite a while.
Yeah. So so now this kind of puts things makes things interesting
Well,
because AJ Lee tapped out Becky Lynch.
oh yeah, this I knew this was going to lead to uh, title shots for both.
Yeah, so where does that leave Bailey? because from the beginning, I always thought that Bailey would end up being the one to take the Intercontinental title from Becky. But now with this shoots AJ straight to the front.
And they're going to have a singles match, and AJ is not going to win it. Not first off.
Sure
I
about
don't.
that?
I'm pretty sure. Now, what I see happening if they stretch it out long enough to get to WrestleMania, AJ beats Becky, Punk beats Seth. That's my prediction. They
I,
will be double champions.
I think Punk will end up beating Seth at WrestleMania. Um, that he ends up winning the men's rumble next year and take on Seth. I think
Mm-hmm.
he'll win the title then. AJ, they say that she signed a full time multi year contract. So sky's the limit for her. And it doesn't look like she's really missed much of a step
Now
after all
she
this
looked
time.
really good. You can tell she's been working.
Yeah.
Um,
And especially considering why she retired, which makes this um, comeback more or less on the same level as Edge Christian,
mhm,
because she had something bad in her neck.
mhm.
Um, and speaking of comebacks, I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing Corey Graves make a return to the ring.
You think?
Yeah. Well, he just took two big bumps yesterday. And he had been retired from the ring for 10 years now. Well, 11, actually. So he might make a return to the ring.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I I think that they might end up putting him in the Rumble just to see how things go. That would really be
Yeah.
the best time to do it.
Yeah.
Nice little surprise for the fans. So, um, so now, even though AJ and CM won, um,
It's far from over.
it's far from over, but it's not going to carry on at least to the next pay per view because Seth is moving on to Cody. Now we can still end up getting AJ and Becky.
Right.
Um, and being Crown Jewel, that might be an appropriate time for them to have a Intercontinental title match. Uh,
Um, it really depends on how far it is from there. Do they
well,
have enough time to really? Well, I guess they do because they're already building that storyline
just
up.
have a match because now she has a valid argument that she should be the number one contender.
Correct.
Um,
I just don't see her taking the title just yet.
no, not right away. I'm just saying have the match
Yeah.
at Crown Jewel. So okay, let's move on to the main event. Uh, I haven't I haven't been invested in this one because this literally only started. Oh no, actually, I guess it did start the night after SummerSlam. So technically, it has been going on for a month and a half, but Cody Rhodes disappeared for about 3 weeks.
Hmm.
Um,
I don't understand. Well, he had a kid, didn't he? That's why he left.
yes,
That he got injured, but he just had another kid.
yeah, he and Brandy
Right.
just had their second daughter. which apparently came as a surprise because nobody knew about it.
I didn't know anything about it either until I saw it on social media one day. I was
I
like,
don't
oh,
think, I
look,
don't think
he
the
had
other
a kid.
wrestlers knew about it.
He had another kid. You know, it's like, oh crap. I didn't
But
even know she was
there
pregnant.
was an interview about 2 or 3 weeks before that baby was born. There was an interview where he was asked how many children he had. He said two. Well, no, I got one. But he said two first. So, and nobody really caught it. And then after the baby, he was
Now
like,
it makes sense.
wait a minute. He said two back then. So, um, and also, he still, I don't know if he did it already, but he has a part in the new Street Fighter movie too.
I did see that. Not to switch gears, but Terrifier 4, I believe. Becky Lynch. Um, Rhea
Rhea,
Ripley's got a spot in it.
she does.
Yes. Saw the clip. Saw the clip
That means I'm going to have to get the entire series
of Terrifier.
of Terrifier.
I will tell you this, and I know we're switching gears here, but Terrifier, I watched the first one. It's not a great storyline type filmed movie, but the kills in it are some of the most brutal kills I've ever seen in any movie. And I've watched many, many horror movies. Um,
Well,
there is one kill in the first one that I've never seen done before.
I have heard of people getting sick over it was either the first one or the second one in theater.
The third one was the one probably you're thinking about. Um,
See, that's just the gore, like overly gory move. I have no interest. I don't care.
it's gory. It reminds me. It's worse than Hostile Assault.
And I'm not a fan of Saw either.
I wasn't a big fan of Saw, but I liked the old concept of the puzzles and this and that. But
Yeah.
the kills were unique.
But
I'm
if
a slasher type.
if
I'm
we
a
has a part in this movie, that means I got to get it because I'm trying to get all the movies that I can that has wrestlers in it. And if Rhea's in this movie, that means I got to get it.
well. You can just get number four. You got to watch the others.
Uh, if I'm going to get part four, I need to get the other three.
You know, they're supposed to be in part four. There's supposedly they're supposed to get a backstory to Art the Clown, why he is what he is, and why he keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Um, without spoiling the endings of any of the movies. Um,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
I'm happy that Rhea's getting a movie part, but she could
and
have.
it may be a small part. It may not be very big.
Yeah,
I saw the clip.
I still got to get it. It's disappointing that she's in that movie and not something else. Jeez.
It's a big. Yeah, it's got a cult following. Um, the kills are just some of the kills I've seen are just
Oh, I know it's a popular series,
over.
but jeez.
I saw a kill in number three just a clip because I haven't watched number three yet, and
But
it was like,
Rhea is also is a Christmas movie too, isn't it?
I think so. But there's a kill in there. And I saw a clip of it. Was like, oh my god! It's like that. I'm sitting there in shock. Like, my god, that was so real. And I
Well,
think that's the one kill that the guy that plays Art the Clown was really kind of disturbed from the actual kill itself. It's like,
well, my favorite kill in any well, there's two of them. They're actually kind of tied. My two favorite kills in any movie. First is in Jason X, um, where he takes the girl's face and puts it into the yeah,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and the other one is in Silent Hill, I want to say like in the last somewhere in the last third of the movie, this great big monster picks up this woman and he rips her entire skin off in one
Wow.
swoop.
I saw Silent Hill, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, that really went up there as one of my all-time favorite kills. I'm going to put that one tied with the um, frozen liquid, whatever that was on Jason X.
Nitrogen, liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. So those are my two favorite kills of all time, and I really can't put one over the other.
I'm a big slasher fan type for me. That and zombies. I love zombie movies. You know, unique ways to off somebody these slasher movies or horror movies in general. Like it intrigued me. I'm interested. You know, I was like, how are they going to do this? Um, there was one, and I know we're way off topic right now, but
It
Friday
has,
the Friday the 13th Part 7, the New Blood. Uh, a kill that was wasted, and it's because of the MPAA at the time. They were trying to get movies to be less bloody, violent, whatever. So the doctor that's in that movie that's working with the telekinesis girl in the movie and trying to exploit her powers and all that. He's a bad guy, you know, in the movie, and he's running through the woods, and all you hear in the background is "whom, whom," and Jason comes out with this damn delimber. He's got this huge saw blade in front of him. I was like, "Holy shit! He's gonna cut him in pieces." The
oh,
guy falls down. He sticks him in the gut.
long handle.
Yeah. Well, it was like a weed eater, except it had a blade on the end of it. So it's not your typical, you know, delimber saw thing. It was a it looked like a weed eater with a circular saw blade on it,
Right.
and
Yeah,
he
I remember seeing that one.
he sticks him in the gut. I was like, what the hell? I said, you have a delimber. Delim his ass. And
Like,
I'm like,
split him down the middle.
yeah. But anyway, back to wrestling.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We're in Cody and Drew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I haven't really been invested into this one. Um, and I still have a hard time wrapping my head around Cody Rhodes being the guy. Um, but I see it, especially now after he had won the title a second time. It's more believable now. Um, I don't know. I think maybe because he has a little more of a gritty attitude than he did the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
He's willing to do whatever, pretty much whatever it takes to
yeah,
stay
because
on.
that didn't start happening until Kevin Owens got his hands on him,
Mm-hmm.
and from there you could see a
He's
shift.
evolving.
Yeah. So this time around, I can kind of subscribe a little bit to Cody being like the guy, but I still if you
I'm
put
gonna make a
Roman is still above him.
I'm gonna make a prediction that Rollins wins Crown Jewel.
Like Rollins wins the
Not Rollins. Yeah, Rollins. Rollins wins Crown Jewel. Seth Rollins beats Cody.
with the help of the Vision.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see that. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna
You
push.
won it last year.
Cody won it last year,
Yeah.
so
So let Seth win it this year.
right.
Um, And I would think that Stephanie Bakir will end up winning Crown Jewel this year.
I agree.
Uh, right now, they're going to have a triple threat next week with Tiffany, Naya, and Jade.
Well, we already know how that's going to play out. Stephanie's going to keep it.
No, Tiffany, Naya, not Stephanie. Tiffany.
Oh, for the
Yeah,
number one contender.
it's going to be Tiffany, Naya, and Jade in a triple threat.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
announced last night.
yeah.
Come here.
It's been a long 24 hours.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, it's been a very long day for me too.
um, I'm
But
not sure how they're going to go with that.
who wins out of those three will not beat Stephanie at Crown Jewel.
If it were me booking, I would much. If it were me, I would much rather see Tiffany and Stephanie at Crown Jewel than I would Jade and Stephanie. Because
Tiffany and Stephanie would be a really good match.
it'd be the better booking match than
Yeah.
anybody else. Now, I did see where Nia come out there and she was dogging Jade about her ring set and ring rust and all that. She was really laying it into her.
I was shocked that she did say that.
She was calling her out for not looking good in the ring.
Well, most of the fans have been doing the same thing too.
Yeah, and I agree. She's got the look. She needs to work on the mic skills and she needs more ring time to really. It's just she's just not there, and I don't know if that'll ever be there. I don't think she'll. I don't unless she improves or they just throw it to her. I don't see her ever being the top woman.
She's been at it, well, about 4 years now.
Yeah.
So she's still really new at this. Um, but that's not to say that she hasn't been improving because she has.
Oh, she has. She's improved. Naya's improved.
Yeah.
Her stuff. So much that she's being extra cautious. With certain move sets like chair shots and
Yeah, I still remember the chair shots she did at War Games last year. You know?
I touched you with the chair.
Yeah,
But and I understand she's trying to be very cautious and
yeah.
making sure she doesn't hurt anybody.
Considered, can't blame her.
No.
Because that right there shows that she knows her strength.
Right. My whole. Oh, my whole. You remember that?
I do remember that. Boy, did that one ever catch like wildfire.
Hmm. You see it every once in a while on replays too.
Yeah. And let's see. That wasn't during the pandemic, was it? It was
No,
the pandemic.
it was after.
After the pandemic?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. But getting back to Cody and Drew, I just wasn't invested into it. Now I know other fans probably were, which is fine. But for me personally, I just wasn't into it.
It wasn't. It wasn't that interesting to me. That
Yeah.
storyline was not. I was not invested. I was like you. I wasn't invested in it. You know. I'm glad they kept it on Cody. Um, I was wondering because Cody during early in the match he was kind of falling down a little bit, slipping. holding his head, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're fixing to have him lose."
Right, yeah, because you were
Concussion.
concerned about the concussion, and that was when I brought up. Well, remember he got claymored through the announcers table a few weeks ago,
Right,
so maybe that's the effects that he's feeling.
right. And of course, the end of it, he tries to do it again, and I knew it was going to happen. I knew when the referee went out there to try to stop Drew, and I'm like, Cody's going to move, and Drew's going to go in, and then
Yeah.
that's and Drew kind of like did this thing, okay, 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 and then he went ahead and tried to do it anyway. And of course, that played that injured injured leg, which he was getting ready to do that Claymore, and had to stop and hold his leg, and
Well, at the very end, there was a trainer with him, and nowadays you can't even trust that because they had the trainer rush up to Seth.
yeah, um, it's just part of the show. I mean, from what he did, I mean, he's kicking a TV set. Come on, he's kicking a flat TV screen because you can see
Yeah,
the layout.
it didn't look like something, but how many times does it not look like something and end up being something big?
Yeah,
Um,
uh,
like I know it's not wrestling, but look at Dale Earnhardt
true.
because the wreck that he had just
Should
seemed
have
like
took
a
him.
regular wreck.
Yeah, it should have took him.
Exactly.
And then you got guys walking away from these wrecks in NASCAR or whatever, where the car is totally obliterated.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I was telling my dad last weekend that it seemed like I. Granted, I know they're going 160 miles an hour, but that's beside the point. But it seemed like their vehicles crunch up so easy.
well, the outer parts of the sheet metal does the cage and all stays pretty intact.
Yeah, and if I'm driving a car at that speed, I would want a hard shell
Well,
instead
they
of.
technically have that in the cage and the roll bars and everything built around them. It's just the sheet metal that you
I
know.
know, but still, um, when they bump into somebody from the front, that hood folds up
Hmm.
like a sheet of paper, and now you can't see.
Yeah,
So, but anyway, um, do you think this is the end of Cody and Drew?
I think so. Just for the simple fact of really wasn't that good of a match far as the crowd getting really in it. I don't want to see them fight again. Uh, and I think they can probably look at this like, look, we rushed this. Um, but what's next for Cody? What's next for Drew? Drew gonna go back after
Fight
Sammy.
Seth next month. So
Um,
Cody is fighting Seth next month. So technically, he is
right,
moving on.
right. What's next for Drew? Is he going to go after Sammy?
Now, I am coming around a little bit to accepting that Cody is considered the guy, but he just doesn't have that for me. He just doesn't have that thing to put him on the level of Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, Bret Hart. He's just not on that level.
It's different now.
I know.
There's no one top guy technically anymore. It's a
It was,
several top guys.
yeah, it was several top guys, but for the longest time, Roman was the guy, and he had that aura on him. When
Uh,
he comes out, to me, he just had that whole package that set him apart from everyone else.
Well,
I'm that with Cody.
that has a lot to do with storyline and how you go through it too.
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
It was also in the way that Roman walks out to the ring.
well, he's slow, calm, and collected, and
Yeah,
coming out as well. Cody's, all just pumped up, hyped up. He really got the crowd into it.
yeah. And where were they? England? I think they were in England. Um, Roman was talking to the crowd, and he was mentioning that it took 3.5 years for somebody to finally beat him to take the title, and that Cody did predict that Roman would lose everything, and they booed the shit out of him. And it took Roman by surprise. He's like, interesting.
Hmm.
Um, so already, I think if they do Cody versus Roman a third time,
Cody,
I
Roman will win.
I think or no, I think the crowd is going to be behind Roman.
Yeah, I said Roman will win.
Oh, I'm
Now,
not talking about
now
who wins. I'm not talking about who wins the match. I'm just going strictly from the how the fans are going to react. I think they are going to be more behind Roman than they will Cody.
if they do that, it's perfect time for him to turn. Perfect time for him to turn.
You're probably right. You are probably right. And wouldn't it be something if Cody aligned himself with Solo?
Or Heyman.
uh,
And it might that'd be a good little twist. You'd never see that coming.
true, true.
I
Uh,
mean, Solo interferes and calls Roman the thing, and it comes out that Cody and him are in cahoots.
no, I thought you were talking about Paul Heyman.
No, I originally said Paul Heyman, but that ain't gonna happen.
I don't see him leaving Seth already.
Mm-mm.
Although I'm curious to see where things with Brock goes.
Brock is just going to be around for just a little bit, and he's going to disappear again.
I don't know.
He's not going to be there long term.
Um,
He likes cattle farming too much.
so Cody wins this match. This is the other match that I thought was rushed to the finish. And I wondered if maybe Drew actually did get hurt going through the announce table.
And it might. I don't think he was. I think probably time restraints is what I think. I think the
What time restraints?
they got a certain time they're going to fit everything in.
But oh wow, they were on 17 minutes and 17 seconds.
You know,
It didn't
but
feel that long though.
but the one before that's almost 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
So you take 5 minutes away from them and give it back to Cody and Drew. You know,
Only one match tonight was under 17 minutes, and that was Brock and Cena, and that was at 8:50.
yeah, it wasn't even 10 minutes.
I know.
Sucks to ask.
And every other match was 17 minutes or more.
Hmm.
Wow. Oh well. So yeah, Cody Rhodes wins, and now he gets to take on Seth Rollins. not title for title, but for the crown jewel title.
Right. Which
Uh,
will stay in Saudi, which is another uh,
yeah.
ignorant thing.
Well, the reason it's in Saudi is
They
because,
get a ring.
huh?
They do get a ring.
Yes, yes, big ass ring,
Yeah.
um, big ass title too,
Hmm.
which, in my opinion, does not look good. It's way too bulky. It looks like one of those big titles that they have in AEW. Um, but anyway, Cody and Seth have always had amazing matches. So
Hmm.
it's safe to say that they're going to have a hell of a match next month. Um, Neither title will be up for grabs, naturally.
Right.
So, but to me, this was the second worst match of the night,
I agree.
behind Brock and Cena.
You have stink pretty bad to beat that one.
Yeah, so now we'll be moving on to your favorite match of the night.
Favorite match of the night. God, it was so good.
It was very good. I'll give you that, but that mixed tag match. Oh, and the fact that they went intergender
Hmm.
times. That was pretty cool.
So,
So, Stephanie Bakir and Io Sky for the vacant women's world championship that Naomi had to give up due to pregnancy because, in Naomi's words, Big Jim wanted to Netflix and chill and, and did not proceed with caution. Actually, I think Jim's the one that said that one, that he did not proceed with caution.
yeah, it was pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. Um, who would have thought that that catchphrase would eventually be tied into her pregnancy?
Yeah.
um, but in any case, this is Naomi's first child, and she thought that she would never be able to have a child. So there was no need to, you know, and now all of a sudden she is pregnant.
Right. And, whether she comes back and wrestles again, who knows? She might do the Alexa Bliss and come back, and she may just like, hang it up. Um,
I would expect her to make her return at the 2027 Rumble.
and she'll come back as a babyface. She'll come back as a babyface.
Maybe at first, but she was doing so good as a heel.
She's doing good as a heel.
Yeah, she was doing so good. But anyway, Stephanie and Io.
We knew this was going to be a good match. At least I did. I knew this was going to be a good match,
Oh yeah,
uh, and it ended the way I figured it would. I just saw that EO. She's already had it several times. It's like, no, this is going for Stephanie.
yeah. Io
Um,
doesn't need it.
no,
Um, when she was making her way to the ring, Michael Cole was actually saying that he considers Io Sky to be the greatest woman wrestler ever.
she is very good. Um,
She is very good, but holy cow, there are so many really good ones out there.
the one thing I don't like that she does is this whole thing. I hate that.
I'm I'm kind of indifferent to it. I don't like it, but I don't not like it. Um,
It falls into line with the kip up. Michael Cole. It's a kip up. It's a kip up. It's a kip up. God dang, just shut up about the kip up.
He didn't say that much this
Didn't
tonight.
say it because they didn't do it a whole lot.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I can see where that can be kind of ignoring, but it really gets the crowd going.
That
I,
just
I
wanted.
why I don't know, but the crowd connects with that one. Um, I think I heard that she had mentioned where she came up with it in an interview recently, but I don't know what that how it did come about. Um, but no, Io. First of all, she's just adorable.
Mm-hmm.
She's like a doll. Um, my favorite moment of hers was during the whole confrontation with her, Rhea, and Bianca, and she pushed him back and just starts jumping up and down in the ring, like, "Hey, I'm the one who's the champion. You
Mm-hmm.
stop
Show me the
me."
respect.
Yeah, that was my favorite moment of hers. Um,
This match was. It had so much going on in it. Um, some of the move sets that they did were just crazy. The one where they were both on the top rope, and I'll say this: this was towards the end of the match. Let me back up a little bit. When Io was outside the ring, and they usually going to take off running and then jump through the ropes.
mhm.
Instead of doing that, Stephanie runs and jumps on the top rope and then does uh,
The flying crossbody.
yeah, the flying crossbody. Can't get that out of my head. But I was like, holy shit! I mean, the athleticism she had on that move. I was like, holy shit! She just flew
The way that she did it
and
reminded me an
jumped and
awful lot
kind
of
of
Ricky
yeah,
Steamboat.
yeah. She jumped and did just kind of there. She was like jumping and did this almost like Spider-Man pose and jumps off. I was like, holy shit!
Like Javon Evans.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild. I was like, holy shit, that was awesome.
Well, right before she did that was the move that I brought up where Io had done a sunset flip over her and landed on the ring like she was going to do a power bomb on the floor.
Hmm.
But Stephanie dropped down on her chest with her knees
Yeah,
on
it
that.
looked
And
really
I,
good.
oh,
It looked really good. And I was wondering if she actually hurt her right after she did it. Uh,
yeah. But what got me out of that whole match was the way that Stephanie put Io's leg over the one leg over the rope and then did like a leg drag with the other one, and she did that to her twice. Yeah,
that first one, and I saw the replay. They did the replay right after it happened, and they had a different camera angle, and you could see that camera angle from this side instead of being like right on top of it. You could see where okay, it didn't look as bad as I thought. At least that was my opinion. But that camera angle on the first one was like, oh shit, that looked like that really freaking
devastated,
good.
didn't it? Like,
When she did it, it was like, oh, that looked like it really hurt, and it looked real. I mean, the whole way the body motion, the body motion movement, the whole twist,
slap
and
yourself.
yeah, and the way Io sold it, I was like, she might actually hurt her damn knee.
Yeah.
Uh, and then she did it again on it. I was
Well,
like, oh,
Stephanie had done it to numerous opponents, and every time she does, it's like, damn.
yeah, she's just got that. It's that hiding the whole. I guess the hands not actually staying in around the leg, but just kind of she's hiding that whole situation right there, so you can't really
Like
see.
ripping the groin off.
right. It just like, oh my god, that was so good.
Yeah.
And then she jumps up, and of course Io's just very athletic on everything she does. She's nuts.
The one thing I wish Eva would stop doing is that
Garbage can.
damn trash can thing that she does at war games.
I like that.
Every time she does it, my heart sinks because I'm thinking her luck is going to run out and she is going to seriously hurt herself.
She knows how to fall.
Yeah, but to do a backflip with the can on top of you and you can't even see if they're there?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
no,
She's
stop it. I
uh,
get it, the fans, it's that holy shit moment, but it's going to go from holy shit to
oh shit.
shit.
Yeah.
She's going to really hurt herself.
The the other highlight that I saw, and it was just a little minor thing that I caught, but I was like, holy shit, how did she do that without losing her balance? She jumps up on the top rope and she's facing away at the
Which,
corner. She's at the corner.
which one?
Stephanie.
Okay.
She jumps up and she's facing the crowd, and just really fast, she just kind of switches her feet around. She's facing the other way. It's like without any kind of loss of balance or anything. It was just like a quick boom, and she's there. It's like holy
Oh,
shit.
didn't
But
notice
that's
that.
but that's when Io jumps up and they start fighting on the ring, the corner there, and then winds up doing that whatever the hell it was, where they jumped and flipped and landed, both of them landing on the mat.
Um, Spanish Fly.
Yeah, that's what it was, and it was like I was like holy shit, because they bounced pretty good on that ring when they hit.
Well, there was another moment that kind of got me worried about EO. She was doing a moonsault to Stephanie. Stephanie put her feet up and she lands on the feet and like just bounces and hits the mat hard.
Well, she did. Io did another thing where she took a bump, and it was a belly to back suplex, and
There
you
was
can see it.
there was a few of those in that match, I think.
Yeah, there was one where she really sold it good, and she's landed with her feet straight up, and she's falling back down, but Stephanie is right there, and she kind of diverts herself to fall where she doesn't land on her with her legs.
Hmm.
Um,
I didn't catch that part.
but that was really good bump. Um, and ring knowledge, knowing where your opponent is at the time when you're finishing up the cell. Um, and then of course the last one, I'm still astonished by how damn good it looked. When Valkyrie comes off the top rope and does that, what do they call it? Called devil something. But anyway, she does this damn not a twist of fate, but um, she's doing a backward somersault, but twisting in the air and landing on Io. It was like,
The finish for the finish for the match.
yes,
Yeah, they did a slow motion replay of that. Um, so she went back and
let me
twisted.
see. Yeah, let me see if they called what they called it. That's Cody.
It was almost like a sort of like a screwdriver type move.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to see what she actually calls that.
Yeah, but here's what I caught about that. She did that finish, and then she grabbed Io to pin her.
Hmm.
I could have sworn Stephanie's shoulders were down on the mat too. You just all of a sudden went dark.
I got dark.
Yeah, it's like okay, now you have light on you. No, you lost some light on your face
Oh, I got a thing up. I'm
right
trying
now.
to find.
Right now, look at you.
Well, I can't look at me. I'm looking at a screen. I'm trying to look up that move.
Oh, but no, when Stephanie pinned Io, I was like, wait a minute, who's pinning who? Because I thought her shoulders were on the mat too.
Here we go.
Well, I don't know if you caught that or if anybody else did, but I was almost halfway expecting to see one of them dusty finishes where, nope, I counted Stephanie's mat on the shoulders, not Io's, and Io wins the title.
I didn't. Is a corkscrew moonsault that they call the Stephanie Valkyrie Bomb, the SVB. Okay, now I got it.
Okay.
But
So
she couldn't have done that move any better than what she did. Um,
Stephanie is very good at what she does.
it was, it was. I'm still, like I said, astonished by how good it freaking looked. I mean, everything was perfect. Camera angles, the way she did it, the way EO sold it. It was just like, and it was quick.
Hmm.
You know, but
And
you
I'm
know,
looking at a picture of her now from back in 2019. It doesn't even look like her. Um, her face now is more pronounced, but I'm looking at it. It's her, but it doesn't look like her. Let
well,
Let me
I,
show
s-
you a picture of it. Oh, no, not that one.
I saw one picture of her today of supposedly without makeup on, and like, it's just shit.
See, that's Stephanie from 2019. Yeah,
I'm gonna, I'm gonna say that she's, uh, is it the correct political word to say this? She's a little thinner than this picture in the face, and a little older. She looks more, and it may be the makeup. It may be the makeup that causes the way her face uh, looks thinner in that, and now than that. Um,
yeah. Well, she does have those. What the hell?
that is from a. Let me read that. It was something to do with a scar or something. Uh, the way why she does that.
She was doing an interview with Chris Van Vliet a few days. Well, it got released a few days ago, and I think she addressed that the thing.
It reminds her of something in
Yeah,
her past that happened.
I don't remember what it was that she said. I'll have to go back and listen to it.
Um,
But I like
now,
it.
yeah, there's a. I saw a video, whether it's true or not, I don't know. That when she was in the independent and she was first started coming up, she was working at a restaurant and she had lost. What was it? She had
She literally
somehow no,
because she
she
was
was
in the kitchen of the restaurant.
yeah she was sleeping in the kitchen because
Yeah,
she didn't have money for rent
she was a
for like
food
6 months.
server, and she did something so that she could be able to meet Ray. Um, What does she do? She did something to be able to meet Ray.
Ray,
Like Chris by surprise.
Ray who?
It was during the time that she was working at the restaurant. Um, I
Because I
can't.
mean, look at now. I mean, that employer letting her sleep in that kitchen for 6 months, whatever, and now look at where she's at now.
Holy cow! I'm tired.
You both.
Uh,
But to me, that was the best match of the night. I was stoked. I was. It reminded me, uh, kind of emotionally, of uh, Cody's finishing his story. And I had the same feeling I did when I saw Cody finish his story as I did when Stephanie won the title.
I can definitely see it from that perspective.
And then the whole after the match was over, her and Io, um,
She
paying
congratulated.
respects to each other.
Yeah, I like that part. She congratulated her. Um, Now, Stephanie has been in the WWE for less than a year, and already she's been North American champion, NXT champion, and now the world champion. Um, Very quick fashion. Do you think maybe they're pushing her to the moon too soon?
I mean, just watching her and how she performed in that match. Now, the biggest struggle she's going to have is Mike because her English is very broken. But she's working on that. But
She really connected to the fans when she mentioned that wrestling is her first language.
hmm.
That that just won. Well, she already had everybody won over, but that just won even more over.
She's got the it. She's got the skills, the ring ability,
She's got the
and
charisma.
the charisma, and her look far as her ring entrance, ring attire. It's it's a whole package deal.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, she's got the devil's kiss, which is one of the most unique moves I've ever seen.
we commented on that text message. But the commentary of the announcers was funny as hell.
I know
Um,
that's why I sent it to you. Um,
I'm going back.
Goody. Every time she does it, each time she slams her opponent's face into the mat, Booker is going like
And the whole crowd was doing it tonight.
huh?
The whole crowd was doing it tonight when she did it to Io. You didn't hear the crowd?
Um, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd.
You were watching them move.
I'll go back and watch that. And while Booker was doing this, Vic Johnson, um, his co-announcer, had a sheet of paper, and he was doing this on Booker in sync with the whole thing. It was
I wonder what Charmel thinks about all that. Hey, it's just part of the show, babe.
yeah, it was great, and she did it. Well, Rhea was with her, and Stephanie and Rhea did the Devil's Kiss on two members of Fatal Attraction, I guess, and they were both pointing at Booker before they did that. It's like this is for you. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, it's an excellent view when she does it.
I don't see where we even commented.
It's in the chat.
Yeah. I've got a chat on from Marvel Wrestling at 4:54 at
No,
5:10.
universal chat. It's in the universal chat. Um, okay, right here. Forward. Okay.
Okay, I didn't go back far.
I just forwarded it back to that chat, so now it should be the first thing there.
All right, that's the Stephanie thing. I was talking about the comments that we were talking about.
Oh,
Uh,
but that move has
oh, here it is.
taken the fans of WWE by storm, and you know, being a man, it is an excellent view when she does that.
I agree.
Yeah, but it is so unique. Um, I don't know if she invented that move herself or if somebody else did, but I had never seen it until she did it,
Hmm.
and I thought, wow.
So when that actually happened, one of the somebody said because you text here, LOL, where's Booker? Somebody being a dick.
Yeah, okay, that's enough. So yeah, that was really something else. Very unique, and now she got Rhea doing it. Now I don't know if Rhea will do it again. Um,
Right,
huh?
right.
Yeah, and she did it really good too. She did it real well.
Um, my comment that I heard because you said something about the where's Booker, and then
Oh, because Pat McAfee said that.
yeah, who is the other guy that was
To
talking?
do it, Pat McAfee was asking, "Where's Booker?" Because he knows that's Booker's thing when she does that.
Right, and the next thing I hear is I love to smooch with the devil because he says I'd love to smooch with the devil, and Michael Cole went, what? What did you say?
Oh, I didn't hear that. I saw you type that, and I thought that was you typing that.
No, he said on the air. He said I'd like to smooch with the devil,
Okay, I
and
did not catch.
and Michael Cole went, what did you say? He's like, oh, and he kind of changed the subject real quick.
Yeah, no, I did not. I didn't catch that.
You probably think I was saying that because of the comment I said earlier about in the chat about the backbreaker when she landed and everything kind of.
Yeah, I saw that. I missed it. Uh,
You'll have to go back and watch it.
I'm really going to have to go back and watch the whole thing, and hopefully, I'll have high definition all the way through.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this was just an isolated incident, or maybe this pixelization is during the live show. But I didn't get that for Raw or NXT. I wasn't able to watch SmackDown because I'm doing my 13th Dimension show doing SmackDown.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping this is just a one time deal. But I'll find out in 3 weeks when Crown Jewel airs. So okay, let's move on to to the big story of the night. The big surprise that
I don't know what you're talking about.
nobody saw coming. So, Undertaker's music plays.
Yes, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, what's going to happen now? Because when Undertaker comes out, you know,
I have no idea what's going on. It's like,
right.
we're doing a
Uh,
match. What are we doing?
then of course Stephanie is in the audience, which she they show her in the audience almost every time now.
Right. So it was kind of one of those, and I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm
Yeah.
looking for this guy that.
So then Undertaker starts talking, and then he climbs over the railing, sits down with her. Like, you know what? I've never been on this side before, which I thought was kind of funny. And then start going into the friendship thing, and okay, where is this leading?
Well, and it kind of took me by surprise on the way he was talking and the way he was carrying himself, and I'm like, he's talking way out of character.
Yeah,
He's like, this is like, and it's just they're like carrying a conversation there, and just kind of
it's like this is Mark Calloway doing this, and not the Undertaker.
right, right.
Um, and then the moment he says, "I get to induct you," you could see her face change. It's like, whoa, what? We're announcing inductees in September?
And it was, yeah, it was an emotional time for that whole section for Stephanie, and
Oh yeah, she was
then you
she was
see,
holding back tears and not doing a very good job at that.
yeah,
Um, Hi, Kate.
hey Kate,
Yeah, we've been live for, oh man, 2 hours.
2 hours,
Shit.
we're almost as long as the damn pay per view or the PLE. Or at
Uh,
least the matches were actually talking longer than the matches were.
yeah, I didn't realize we've been on this long already.
Yeah,
um, yeah, it was like Stephanie couldn't believe that she was going to be inducted, which, it's not all that surprising. She has more than earned it both inside the ring and outside the ring,
outside.
behind the scenes. She was acting CEO. She had been part of creative. She
She's done it all.
she did. She jump started the women's revolution. Um,
Before those,
she had won the women's championship. She even had a match at WrestleMania. Um, just a few years ago, actually. Maybe. Let's see. It's 35. Was it 35? No, not 35. Maybe 34.
I'm looking at something as well.
Yeah, WrestleMania 34 was when her and Triple H took on Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey. That might have actually been her last match. Okay. Jeez. I'm blocked from everything. No, anyway. So, and once that announcement was made, I've seen some comments saying, "What has she done?
Oh, she's
What,
done all
what
kinds.
do you mean, what has she done? She's done it all."
First appeared on screen in '99 as part of a feud with Undertaker, becoming an on-screen authority figure. She executive role as Legacy. McMahon was a legacy. She was involved with WWE from '98 to 2023. Prominent figure during some of the company's most successful, um, successful stuff. Um,
Oh, it's got all her job titles listed here. Is that what you're looking at?
yeah, was not.
Yeah. Oh, she was also chief brand officer. Um,
I was looking at. Um, I was looking at to see if she was the first McMahon, but her grandfather is the first one in 1993, in the inaugural year of the WWE Hall of Fame. Vincent J. McMahon.
no, he
Is that,
wasn't put in '93. He was put in '96.
well, AI says 93.
Yeah. Andre was put in '93, and then they didn't have another Hall of Fame until 3 years later.
Um, so she's not the first McMahon, but she's second McMahon.
Yeah. So already, you know that Vince has to be proud of that. Um,
Okay.
but in a way, it's disappointing for me that the idea that Vince may never be put in the Hall of Fame himself.
If he does, I hope they do it while he's still alive and don't do it after he's dead.
That you're probably right. I don't like that.
Regardless of other things, the court cases and all that, he deserves to
If
be
he gets
there.
cleared of all of that,
He deserves to be there.
yeah, if he gets cleared of all of that, then maybe they will while he's alive.
Right. And in my opinion, it's probably a very unpopular one with a lot of folks, but
Right.
he is instrumental in making wrestling what it is today.
Yes.
But
Um,
without
also,
him, you
have found
have
some people have found some new respect for him recently after a comment was made by Mark Shapiro, the COO, I think, of WWE. He was the one who said that when Vince was head of the company, he was pricing these tickets for families to attend. We are pricing these tickets to maximize our profits. Already, a lot of fans are saying we want Vince back.
you can't you can't break records as far as attendance with the amount of ticket prices that there are.
So, so
And
depending on raising the ticket prices, WrestleMania is already at $30,000.
what baffles me is business sense on on a small scale like that, on a small, not the overall picture. If I can get an arena big enough to hold as many people as I want to, I would rather sell cheaper tickets and fill that entire thing than have a smaller venue where I've got a quarter of the people for this high price stuff. Because in the long term of things, in the overall big scheme, in my mind, you're going to sell more tickets, you're going to make more money, You're going to sell more items. You're going to sell more food. You're bringing in more people into the city where it's at. Therefore, bringing more money into the hotels and restaurants and everything else there.
Well, the problem is they have already set a precedence of people buying all these tickets. Because most of the people that are on in the ringside area are the like content creators or so just by playing video games and this, that, and the other, that's how they're able to buy these tickets.
Yeah, the normal person can't buy a damn ticket.
No, not anymore.
Mhm.
Not anymore. Um,
And unless I can sit ringside, very close to ringside, I'd rather watch shit on TV.
right. The only event that I really want to actually attend is the Royal Rumble.
I would love to watch it. I would love to be at ringside of a WrestleMania.
I've
So what
been
about the
I've been to WrestleMania 8, but we were way up in the nosebleeds. Granted, WrestleMania 8 isn't anywhere near what WrestleMania is now.
hmm,
Um,
probably had done 15 matches?
no, there were 9 matches that day. A pre-show, and then the 8 matches that was actually on the pay-per-view. So now, had it been WrestleMania 7, then I would have seen the 14 matches. Um, but it's very disappointing that they're priced. They want to price these things like what UFC is. But here's the problem: a lot of people like the realism, and they don't bring kids to UFC. At least, not that I know of.
UFC is
It is a violent.
mature mature audience liquor, what's that liquor? Alcohol. You know, it's can't say
It's
it though.
a violent show.
Mature entertainment. Uh, it's totally different than boxing.
So with wrestling, you know, yeah, you want to bring your kids to it.
Yeah,
Kids get into it, and so now you're going to price these things to where, damn, I can't take a family of 4.
yeah,
That's going to cost me $100,000.
yeah. And if you could, you ain't worried about money anyway.
Right. Yeah, but
The average guy, average family can't go and watch the live events anymore. That's a big one.
no, well, like the live event, they can go.
Right, but they're still damn high as hell.
Yeah.
Where was it? When I was looking, it was either New Orleans or Memphis or somewhere really close, and it was like I don't know, 200-300 bucks, or it was way up in the hundreds just to get a ringside seat. And I'm like, it's so high priced, I can't afford that shit. And this is just a house show.
When when we went to WrestleMania, um, I want to say it was $25 for the seats that we got way out, and maybe $200 for ringside tickets.
That sounds about right because when WCW came to Jackson, Mississippi, me and my uncle went, and I've been to the wrestling events, the WWF at the time uh, matches, and I think we paid maybe 30 bucks for ringside at a house show.
Yeah.
It wasn't very much. Uh, and then when we went to
$30
WCW,
then
my
would be,
uncle,
yeah, $30 then would be close to $100 now.
yeah, this was back in the mid '90s. No, this had to been in 2000, early 2000s. But when we went and saw WCW, me and my uncle, we were from nosebleed seats, and this was back in NWO, the red
Oh, that
NWO,
would
red
be
black
fun.
NWO. There's a red black NWO because Sting was there.
I had a chance to go to a WCW show here in Fort Wayne, and I didn't go. And I regret that because I would have loved to have gone to a WCW event. Never been to one.
I don't know when I was very young, we went to Mid South Wrestling here in Kosciuszko. They came along with a fair,
I would have
and I
liked
got to
to
see
see myself.
I got to see Hacksaw Duggan. I got to see DiBiase. Uh, who else was there?
You saw all them guys before they became big names.
Rock and Roll, Fantastics, Sting, and was it Rock? Was the Warrior's first name Rock?
Ultimate Warrior. Oh yeah, Sting and Rock.
Yeah, I got to see them as a Blade Runners and supposedly DiBiase brought them in.
Okay.
And I got to see DiBiase, and it was like, saw Sting and the future Ultimate Warrior when they were just starting out. I was probably uh, nine, maybe
Okay.
10, somewhere around there, 10 or 11,
So
whatever year they started out at.
so Stephanie McMahon is now officially the first entrant for the Hall of Fame next year.
2026. I'm going to be inducted by Taker.
Well, he
I think Taker's going to induct her.
she might, um, but he should have worded that differently to say
Hmm.
he is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. But um, I don't know. She might pick him. She might pick Triple H. I don't know. Uh,
I think it needs to be somebody besides Triple H.
but it was really a shock to see the announcement made now.
How it was done, and everyone was like total surprise
Yeah.
for everybody,
Yes.
except for Taker and I'm sure Triple H.
They don't make the first announcement until January. Um,
Right.
but like what you were saying earlier is probably done because it's the first event on ESPN, which I can see that. Uh, but
Nobody was expecting Taker to show up.
let alone to make the announcement that somebody's going into the Hall of Fame.
Correct.
Uh, it's kind of curious though because Triple H went in as a singles this year, and now his wife is going in next year. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Now people are going to be talking. Well, they decided to do family. Um,
Oh man.
they were spreading this whole thing about Triple H is inducting himself this year, which was not the case. And now he's going to be getting flack saying, well, he's inducting his wife and he's putting his wife in the Hall of Fame this year. It, oh boy. So I can
I
already
see
see
it more.
what's
I
coming.
see it. I see it more as people around him making those decisions. I don't think that's to my. I don't. I wouldn't think that's a completely creative thing for him. I think it's the guys that's been around the business for a long time, uh, pushing those ideas.
I don't really know. Because Nick Khan was the one who made the decision to put Triple H in this year. And I can't imagine Triple H making that decision because he knows there would be a lot of uh, flack
Flack.
on him for that. But he'll get the flack for it anyway.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't think he would put himself in the Hall of Fame. I think it's a decision, or or he wouldn't put Stephanie. That's a decision that somebody else uh, probably brought up. I'm sure asked his opinion on it, um, but I don't think it. I don't think he's the
Yeah.
final final say so.
Well, I think it also kind of makes sense to go ahead and get her in there now because Triple H would probably want her in first before doing a solo induction of China.
Yeah, you better do that.
Yeah,
You better do that, or you'll be sleeping on the couch, Triple H.
because he did say that China does deserve to go in by herself, but it's just all in timing. When is the right time? And now, after seeing this tonight, okay, Stephanie 2026, and then China 2027.
Yeah.
Of course, that's just speculation, but still. All right, are you ready to put a button on this one?
Oh yeah, I'm yawning left and right. I'm tired. It's like
Yeah.
it's 12
Uh,
o'clock.
oh, before we do adjourn, happy to announce a couple of days ago, Roger Jackson has been arrested.
It's about
And no, uh,
calculating
makes no sense why it took this long for that to happen, especially when there is
all the videos, all the video and everything else.
because there's no mistaking that somebody else could have done it. He did it. It's about as open and shut as it gets.
Yeah.
So they finally got him. Um, so next show, when do you want to do it?
What are we going to do it on?
Next Saturday is No Mercy NXT.
Next Saturday's the 28th. I'm off that day as of right now.
Okay.
Uh, it's wait a minute, 28th or
Well,
27th.
7th is No Mercy. That's a Saturday.
Okay, I'll work that day. I'll get to watch it at work. So let's do it 28th in the afternoon.
Okay. If you're being to be fair, Kate, tonight's show was his idea. It wasn't mine. It was his idea. He was the one who wanted to do this.
It worked out really well because we just finished the PLE and decided, hey, let's get going here and go ahead and do it. It's been a while since we've done a show, and it works out really good because we both can remember what happened tonight instead of waiting for 4 days and then, oh yeah, what happened?
We really should do this all the time, uh,
Yeah,
right after the PLEs.
we might get more people in here. 'Cause they're already watching the show, they're watching pre-shows. It's like, hey, let's go check out this review.
Well, we had Joe for a minute,
Yeah,
and I didn't realize Kate was still watching
I didn't either. And
because
there's two different Kates. on here.
Well, that's her. That's her. She just changed her name on Facebook to Cat.
Ah,
Yeah, but that's her.
I got you. I see it now.
Extraction required. Well, we're going to be doing some extraction, all right, because we're going to be ending the show, and both of us are going to put our asses in bed.
I got to go to work in the morning. I got to be there at 7. So I'll usually leave the house and be at work by 6:30.
Oh yeah, and it's already midnight for you.
So
It's already
yeah,
midnight. Okay,
we got to
so
get at some point in time. Kate and Nick and everybody else. We got to get and you get you back playing golf.
no, you won't get me on golf it.
You want to get at golf?
The game? No.
No, you don't like golf.
I
It's fun because you're sitting there talking with everybody while you're playing. That's
I
what I enjoy.
I know that, but I have to buy into the subscription to be able to play the games with you guys. And trust me, Kate tried for months to get me on, and finally she gave up. She realized that is never going to happen.
I'm trying to get Nick and everybody else into 7 Days to Die. Start playing on my server because I got a server that I rented for 7 days.
I also started that page, Games
Okay.
Galore Network,
Okay.
but I got to wait 2 months before anybody can be able to go live on it. But once it does, I'm going to start picking up my streams for JE York games and go live on that one. I'll give you access to it, Nick, Kate, anybody else who needs, so that when they do their games, they can add the network to it. I think it'd be pretty cool to have one page and different people coming on and playing games.
Me too. You get a variety because with different people, you're going to get a different variety of games that are going to be played.
Yeah, and different viewers, hopefully. But we got to get people to follow that page first.
And if I put a long blonde wig on, I'll probably get more followers.
All right. Well, we're gonna. Okay, time to call it a night. 1 o'clock. I really need to go to bed. So
I'm praying that it's a nice day at work tomorrow. I don't want to go out of the station tomorrow at all. I will not use the Q word, but I hope it's a nice day. But anyway, appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're watching this on replay, check out our other videos. Joe and Kate, thanks for joining in. And
we're playing,
whatever wrong it was, piss off.
and these shows will also be on Spotify because Facebook will delete this video after 4 weeks.
Ah,
Yeah, stupid, but yeah.
I got many different ideas on Facebook, comments and things that are posted on there, and you clearly should be against community standards, but you report them and nothing's freaking done.
Uh, Kate, since you said Pop Tarts,
Sweet
we
Pop Tart dreams. She must have been on here for a while. We were talking about the Pop Tarts earlier.
no, it's this thing that she has with Nick. I don't remember the specifics, but she brings up Pop Tarts on Supernatural Talk all the time, and it's one of those things that gets him going. But
I
no,
got you.
there were two wrestlers tonight that were um, dressed
Wearing
up.
the colors of the Pop Tart, the wild berry Pop Tart,
Yeah,
same color scheme.
yeah. The purple with what was it, red and blue, something.
Hmm. They're really good Pop Tarts.
I don't do blueberry. Um, I for Pop Tarts for me, I like the chocolate chip,
Ugh.
chocolate fudge, and mint. The Girl Scout cookie mints.
My mind just went way different when you said the chocolate fudge.
You need to go to bed.
You had butter on a Pop Tart.
That's it. Butter on the Pop Tart. That's what she brings up, and
That
it just starts going no, 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 no. Yeah. So, oh, she's been on a dad joke thing lately. Um,
dad.
she does these dad jokes and also this most interesting man thing. She made several comments about my beard. I don't remember, but it's like Sasquatch is jealous of my beard or something like that. She was rattling off like 100 of them, one right
Oh,
after.
oh. Hey, Kate, have you ever seen Teen Wolf, the movie? If you have, the beard reminds me of the dad when he shows Michael J. Fox that he's a fucking werewolf.
Yeah, well, I don't know how long I'll have this beard. Really, the whole point of having this is to see how long I can tolerate it.
I went about a week not shaving and I had to get rid of it. It was just
Yeah,
too annoying.
yeah. I just don't like it right around here, so I'll shave that part, but everything else is fine. But I just wanna see how long I can tolerate it. So, all right, it's bedtime. So have a good night, Kate. Thank you for joining us. Um, and I guess we're doing a show next Sunday.
That's the plan as of right now. Ooh, I just thought of something. I got a rank test Sunday.
Okay.
I got to host a rank test on Sunday afternoon. I'll get with you and maybe we'll do something
Yeah. I'm I'm surprised.
later or something.
I guess she has seen Teen Wolf.
Yeah, he looks like, if he would take and brush it out where it's like nice and, neat and
Oh,
all that, he
I,
would look just
I
like,
am constantly
there
combing.
you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always because I have this comb here.
That even looks more like it.
Yeah. The only problem is that it gets tangled so easily. How long you can tell? I don't care how long you're able to tolerate this beard. I'm the one that's wearing it. I don't care how long somebody likes my beard or not.
We'll have to do an intervention.
Shut up. Um, what was I talking about now?
Something Sunday you got to do.
Yeah, doing the show Sunday.
I got a rank test at 1 ish. Should be done by 4 o'clock, I'm going to say.
So that's 5 months.
5 o'clock your time.
Hmm. We'll have to be careful because Catherine comes on at 7 your time for Fate magazine. She'll come on at 7 your time, so we would have to be off before she comes on.
If I can, it would be different than this, but if I could do it possibly off my phone the night of, it's a possibility.
The night the night of No Mercy.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk about it. We'll either come on Saturday or Sunday of next week.
Yeah. Yeah, if we do it then, yeah, I don't think you've ever done it from your phone before, have you?
Yeah. And the only issue with that is if I get a call during that I'll have to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should test it out before. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do send me the link. We won't go live, and we'll do it on my phone and see how it works.
The same link every time. It is the same studio.
Right.
Actually, here's what I'll do for you. Um, I am going to pin that link in the March chat. That way, I don't have to send it to you all the time.
Okay. It's loading studio on my phone.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead. What's that rumbling?
Listen to me.
No, no, there was something else. It almost sounded like a rumble.
The air conditioner just came on.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to call it a night. Thank you, Kate, for joining us. Um, who knows? Maybe we'll make a wrestling fan out of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have somebody else on here.
Yeah, we need to. Here she goes.
Gravy to rinse it out. He licks the gravy as he's doing it too.
A good gravy to rinse it out.
Um, and gravy to rinse it out.
So soap to wash the beard, and then gravy to rinse it
Maybe
out.
it's a autocorrect,
I don't know.
or it could be
I'm having gravy. It's
a
on biscuits.
could be a UK thing.
I,
Gravy means something else.
I'm hoping it's a British thing, and not the kind of gravy that we have over here. 'Cause that would not work out so well.
Well, they got fish and chips, which are French fries.
Sure, sure. Yeah, they have different names. It throws me off.
Yeah, you can't ask for a cigarette over there. It totally means something different over here.
Yeah, I think over there, if you have to ask for a bathroom, you have to ask for a loo.
Yeah, hello. And the
I,
telly. Going to watch wrestling on the telly.
yeah, yeah. Well, the telly, I can get behind on that one, but I don't know if I could ever call bathroom a loo.
Hello.
Yeah, because one of my best friend's brothers, his name is Lewis, and everybody calls him Lou. And I don't really want to associate with him with a bathroom.
Well, when I was not well younger, but there used to be we watched PBS on some nights, and you'd have Hello that comes on,
Okay.
and then you'd have Are You Being Served? God, I love the Are You Being Served. It's funny as hell. And
Wow.
Hello is good too. I
Using
want to feel like eating his
that
beard.
sounds like a Chuck Norris joke. And see, she's starting to rattle them off, so we need to end this show before she goes on.
I got one.
Oh no.
Chuck Norris isn't scared of anything except Jeremy's beard. Or Chuck has never lost a fight except against Jeremy's beard.
See that, Kate? You are now officially a bad influence. Taught old dogs a variety of new tricks. Actually, there's a lot of people that do that. Oh, look at that! I said do.
You do. Hello. Also for a moment.
Okay, well, okay, we need to call it a night. We're closing in on 3 hours on this show.
God.
Yeah,
I
2 hours
don't
and 41 minutes. we need to get off here and get to bed. So
Yep, I do. We'll catch you next time.
yeah, have a good night, Donald, and have a good night, Kate. And then next show, tentatively, either next Saturday night or Sunday afternoon.
Yep, that's it. Y'all have a good night.
All right, have a good night. Have a good weekend.